Okay guys, so this is the trade I took on this small account. I took a buy for 0.01, and I think price is now currently making a correction. So I want to be out during the correction, because in the correction we don't know where price will potentially end. I want to see price either closing inside or outside, then I'll take my positions. But then for this other pair, this is GBP AUD, I took my sales, and then after some time we see that price is in about $8 of profit. But so far we are up by I think it's almost like 20 20% of the account. We are up by 20%, so that's a good indication, okay, because our target for the month was only 10%, but now we are above our target. Okay, so that's good news for us. And yeah, let's wait and see what price gives us. But so far for this one also, if you observe, if you are to make our trends, we have the upper trend which has been broken, and then after some time we also have this upper trend which was here. Price made a fake out and then it goes inside. That would have been your indication for sales. And then yeah, that's it for our pair. GBP sold off. So for TP you can use this area over here. So from here up to here, I think the first TP has been reached, and that's why we see that price is reversing. So I'll close out this position at $9 profit, and then I shall be looking for other entries elsewhere. And yeah, but as you can see, as long as after price reached our first TP, we had this massive push. So our first TP, we have another area of confluence around here, so that would have been another great zone to show us that price could potentially reverse in that area. Okay, I won't waste too much time, but from that, given all that information, we know that price is, it may or may not start to become bullish for GBP AUD, but I'll just move out because there isn't much momentum for that pair. Then for silver, we had the breakout. From the H4 perspective, price is just making the breakout, and the breakout is expected. If I go to the M15, I'm expecting that from the M15 perspective, actually we also have another, it's a kind of channel, but it can be more visible from the M5. Okay, so in this channel you see that price made kind of a breakout, I would say. So you had all these indications, high, low. So I'm expecting that we may have another sell-off on silver. So silver, we have seen that price so far made a breakout, and then the correction, we're just in the correction phase. But if this correction does not close inside this trend line, then we shall have another indication to start stacking in our sales. But so far, if you go to the H1, realize that price is actually now starting to sell off for our pair. That's good news, but so far we had the breakout, we had the correction, so it looks good for our buddies. But let's wait, we shall wait a bit for that pair to show us any momentum. I won't be forcing trades, I won't be forcing entries. This was the mistake I was making in most of my previous videos. I was trying to force entries and it never worked out in the long run, right? So just let the entries come to me. So I'll go again to the H4 for GBP USD JPY. So I'll again draw with the trend lines. If you observe, this is the trend lines. Okay, price was resisting, and then we had the breakout, and then we have another lower entry here. So you see that this is a form of the same setup we took on the previous setup that we took on silver. Okay, sorry, on is it silver? I think it was silver. We had exactly the same setup. So silver AUD, yeah, silver AUD, we had the exact same setup. So even on USD JPY, we're having almost a similar setup. So for USD JPY, we see that price has made a breakout. Okay, in most of the cases when price makes a breakout, you want to consider where exactly it could stop. So I'll measure my TP. So this will be at around here. Okay, so price could potentially buy until we reach this area above. So for most people, you want to layer in your entries, you want to be systematic, but for me, I don't really care. I want to have maximum profit. So we shall buy here maximum full margin baba, full margin. Let's go baba. The reason why I'm going to take my buys here is because price has not yet reached the first area of confluence. Because remember, price made a breakout the first time, and then we had a correction that came and wiped out. But the second time, why I bought here is because we have a strong confluence. Okay, we see that price made a breakout, a successful breakout actually, and then it also had this continuation. So I'll buy here full margin baba, full margin, and then we shall be holding the trade until we make around 500, around $100 more from this entry. Of course, I shall be waiting. I won't be too impatient. I shall be waiting for these setups to play out. From the H4 perspective, I know that price can potentially clear liquidity and then even continue even higher. So all I have to do right now is just simply wait. So far in a loss of $4, coming to 3, then 4, 3, 4, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, that's like 0.5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, around 0.5 our lot size. But we shall wait. We shall be patient for this trade, because we see that price has made a successful breakout and it has not yet finished. The candle is still forming, right? So there is potential for this candle to even continue higher. How do I know this? Because if you go to the daily time frame, you know that price is likely. If you go to the H1, you know that this H1 candle has almost is it 40 more minutes to play out. So you're likely to have another push to the upside than a downtrend. So here is a good chance for us. So in the next 40 minutes, I'll be observing and waiting for this trade to play out. Thank you.